Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of Pikmin. It's Luigi here. In this episode, we'll be exploring the Forest of Hope. And as you can see, we go back and forth to these levels, the onion follows around with us, which is a nice little detail. But without further ado, let's go into it. Land into this region, let's do it. My dolphin has returned to the surface along with the Pikmin's onion. Being alone on this strange planet makes me somewhat uneasy, so I shall call the Pikmin out of the onion. All I need to do is stand in the light beneath the onion and press A. This music, yo, it's so good. I love it. But we have no reason not to take out of all of our Pikmin, so let's do it. Now, Pikmin is a real-time strategy game and multitasking. You have it. See this right up here? When it reaches the end, that's the end of a day. That's all the stuff you can do for that day. And then you have to go up. I'll explain a bit more later when the time comes. So over here, we have a yellow pellet posy. Well, they're not actually called that, but like, it's yellow, basically. I know they have a different name, but I think they're like gold or something, but we have another one. Now if we get a red Pikmin on it, pick it up. See, this red one gave us 2, right? Can I zoom out, please? There you go. Now this one is only gonna give us 1 because it doesn't match the same color as the red Pikmin. But right now we can charge all Pikmin onto this wall, and then they'll start breaking it. There it is. Put you on this wall too. Now there's not a lot of strategy right now because we're in the tutorial part, but it gets a bit better later on. So now, as it goes down each level, as it goes down each level, you can see the progress they're making. The more Pikmin you have on a wall, the more it'll go down. Now, fun thing to mention is that in Japan, Olimar's name is Onima or something like that, around the same ballpark, and that's spelled backwards, or no, not spelled backwards. If it's an anagram of the name Mario. Now, these enemies, dwarf bulborbs. You throw your Pikmin on to attack, and then they die. And you can bring them back to the onion for Pikmin. Like that. Now, these things look a lot like mushrooms. A nice, funny little, what's the word? Reference, I guess, or like something around. You get what I'm saying. Now these things, they will eat your Pikmin, so you have to battle them strategically. Right now we have a lot of Pikmin, so you can just rush them and then they'll die. But some enemies are a bit more tricky than others. So I'm gonna go get all these red pellet posies, or the ones that are red, akin to the color red. I don't believe they're actually called red pellet posies though. Let's look at that one, and it's over here. Nope, stop breaking it. Okay. Let's just take out these Pikmin. I believe if you land right on top of it like that, it'll instantly kill them. Which is a nice thing to know. 3. 1, 2, 3. Now, this. Why, it's the Eternal Fuel Dynamo. It has a limited energy supply. I won't have to worry about saving electricity anymore. This will make my flight for survival a bit easier. How much do I need? 40. I need 40 Pikmin. Now, I'll go over what this is a little bit later, because I don't want to fight that right now. Now, if you go back to the base, there are a lot of Pikmin we've been bringing back. So you want to be first few days, you want to be raising your Pikmin, stuff like that. Now, over there we have some grass right here. This grass sticks out from the rest, well, because, well, it's not a texture like all the other grasses are. So, they're gonna go right over and pluck the grass. If I can get my camera on it, they're gonna pluck it, and pluck it, and pluck it. Come on, come on. You can do more than one, so I'm just gonna put another one on. Come on. There we go. Boom. Another intriguing discovery. A local variety of grass produces a sort of yellow nectar. When the Pikmin drink this delicacy, they instantly mature into flowers. This apparent Pikmin favorite seems to be full of nutrition. Closer observation needed to determine the strengths and peculiarities of these flower Pikmin. Now, flower Pikmin are faster and stronger than the rest. So how else can you get flower Pikmin? Well, you have to have Pikmin for a long time and they'll eventually just mature. Now, I'm actually gonna take 3 more Pikmin, and I'm gonna leave the other few Pikmin in the grass. We have 51 Pikmin now. Now, what you want to do, this guy, he is a red Bulborb. The best way to take him out is to go behind. Oh, yeah. See that he fell over? He tripped. So that could be very inconvenient when running away. Flowers Pikmin are less likely not to trip. Okay, you want to charge at his butt. And then you want to throw the Pikmin onto his butt. And boom, he's dead. 0 casualties. That enemy is really tough for first timers. Admittedly, it was very tough for me too. Now, let's throw you over here and grab this. The rest of you guys... Actually... I'm only gonna grab this. We're pushing it. That's funny. I'm just gonna grab you, few you guys. Well, the rest of you can go work on this wall. See what I mean? Also, the flower Pikmin are closer to the leaf Pikmin because, well, they're just faster, as I said. See what I mean about multitasking? Yeah, it can get very useful. Check this out. Look at that. That's cool. My clock has indicated the coming of noon. From now on, I must pay close attention to the sun meter on my monitor and choose my actions accordingly. So it is the best for me to review the monitor's data. Across the top of my sun monitor are the sun meter, and day display. At the bottom are my space unit damage meter and the Pikmin gauges. From the left, these numbers reflect the Pikmin under my command, Pikmin in the field, and total Pikmin including these in the onion. I adjust my monitor. I can press Z to rotate the camera and left or right on the D-pad to zoom, and up on the D-pad to change the viewpoint. I can also use plus to view undetailed computer analysis. Yes. Aha! Here we go. As you see, the Pikmin I left in the ground has matured into buds. Just like these. If you leave them in the ground, the Pikmin in the ground, they will mature faster. That is the thing I want to show off. There we go. Eternal Food Dynamo. Here we go. I only have 36 in my part. Where are the other ones? They're over here? Yeah, they're still working on this wall. Here, I'll put you guys to work on this. I don't have enough, but these guys are about to be finished anyway, so I'll just wait for these guys to be done. There we go. They make that little jingle when they're done. You can hear that from across the map. Just so you know they're done. Very convenient. 2, 3, 4. There we go. Pick it up. Usually what you want to do is get at least one ship part per day. Oh god, he ate him, he ate him. There is our first Pikmin death. You can see the little ghost fly away upwards. I was not careful. Pikmin do die. That was not obvious enough. So you definitely want to make sure to fight the battles you know you can win. Speaking... No, I can't even segue into this, but let's just touch it. Color is different, but it seems to be a Pikmin nonetheless. First glance suggests that this is what, in some circles, could be considered very large ears. It looks like it may weigh less than others, and other ways might it be different from the reds. I must be sure to observe closely. I can hold a Pikmin for a moment with A and swap it for another by pressing B. What Olimar just mentioned there, holding A then pressing B, that wasn't in the GameCube version. Okay, interrupted. But that wasn't in the GameCube version. That is a good feature. Along with, you can throw your Pikmin farther in the Wii version. There are legitimate advantages to playing the Wii version instead of the GameCube version. That is why I picked the Wii version. Shuttle Fuel Dynamo. This should light things up. No more candles for me. I have now recovered 2 out of 30 parts. If I can find just 3 more, I should be able to increase my ship's capabilities. The only way you could... I hit the onion. The only way you could swap Pikmin in the original version is by literally going and finding the Pikmin in your group, hitting A next to it. It wasn't the best. But now I think I want to take out you guys. Oh god, oh god. Yes, okay. What you saw there. A red bulborb could start eating Pikmin, right? But if you kill it before he eats it, if he swallows it, when he swallows it, the Pikmin will be saved. Now, okay. Now you're probably wondering, well, if I got my first yellow Pikmin eaten, how would I be able to get another one? Because the Pikmin will automatically carry it back to their onion, the same color. At the end of each day, I believe. When you come back the next day, there will be a sprout where the Pikmin died, or next to the onion. I forgot which one. Yep. These guys. Now, we just want to be focusing on raising the yellow's numbers for now, since we already got our ship part for the day. So yeah, that's what we're gonna be doing. Looks like all the yellow pellet posies. Now, they're all my yellows. This guy. And some reds. Wrong thing, guys. Ugh. As I said, I'm gonna take all of my yellows. What? Can I pick you up? Okay. I'm going to take all of my yellows. Oh my goodness! Pikmin! I'm telling you this now. I'm taking all of my yellow Pikmin. Now, they don't have quite enough to pick the red bulborb up, so if I throw some reds, they'll bring it to whichever onion has the most Pikmin carrying it. So, even though there are reds on this onion, they're going to bring it to the yellows. Now, if there was an even number of Pikmin, 5 and 5, they'll bring it to the whichever one needs more Pikmin. So, if they'll bring it to the yellows, even if I put 5 and 5. Yeah, that's kind of why I want to save the bulborb for a bit later. Actually, I think I've kind of changed my mind. I think I actually do want the reds to take this one. So my red's onto it. There we go. Can I pick up a Pikmin? There we go. There. Okay, there we go. Now, as you can see, the day is getting darker and darker. So we're gonna have to hurry up. It's almost sundown, hurry up. My clock is indicating the approach of sunset. My Pikmin waiting beneath the dolphin and onions will probably enter the onions on their own. But if I don't call the stragglers and add them to my group, they may not be able to get back. I am sure the Pikmin still planted are safe, and I am somewhat concerned about leaving Pikmin to fend them for themselves in this darkness. So we have a bit of time before a sundown. I have made yet another Pikmin-related discovery. Just when I was about to exceed 100 Pikmin in the field, the onion stopped expelling seeds. Yet the total number of Pikmin continued to climb. It seems that once there are 100 Pikmin in the field, subsequent seeds get stored inside the onion. Thus, no more than 100 Pikmin can be in the field at one time in any area. So yes, we have exceeded 100 Pikmin. Let's go. Finally. Now, why are the reds special? Because they're just kind of basic, and their yellows seem to have abilities, like to jump higher. Reds are a bit stronger than the yellows. They have 1.5 times damage, while everything else has 1.5 damage. I mean, no, that's the thing. Times 1 damage, boom. Or just normal damage at that. Now, oh, wrong one. You can go to sunset and skip the day if you want. You just need to do one thing. Okay, I think I'm actually gonna take you guys. We got a few seconds left in the day. No, get over here. Get over here, come on. No, don't want my Pikmin to die. You know, Pikmin in your group will be fine as long as they're not out of it, the group. So you could technically end the day anywhere, and these Pikmin in my party will still be safe. These guys, they'll be safe. Yeah. See, they're all just gonna go to the onion anyways. And the red Bulborbs go hungry. You can tell if you lost Pikmin that day if you see the red Bulborbs eating Pikmin. It appears that many of my ship's parts have landed in this region. If I can just recover the parts on my radar, I should be able to use my radar screen, and how that would improve my chances. Then I'd have to press plus to locate my parts. Yet there seems to be many hostile life forms here. If I am attacked and my space unit takes damage, I must return to my ship, stand in front of it, and press A to make my suit repairs. As I explore, I must pay attention to my suit's damage meter in the bottom left corner of the screen. If Olimar loses all of his health in a day, the day will end automatically. You probably won't be seeing this because it's really rare for Olimar to get hurt during battle. So yeah. Save. Next time on Pikmin, we will be going back into the Forest of Hope and seeing what the Yellow Pikmin can do and getting more ship parts. See you guys then.